Hello, is it me looking for? Ba ba da ba ba da ba. Hello, are we live? I always have to dilly dally a little bit because I'm never actually live until at least 20 or so seconds after it says I'm live. Anyway, hello. I'm a little pensive because I'm doing this, about to do this podcast with this Facebook friend of mine. We're going to talk. We're going to talk shit. We're going to talk everything. We're going to talk men. We're going to talk women. We're going to talk numerology. We're going to talk astrology. We're going to talk up, down, black, white, and all around, baby. And I'm excited, and I'm looking forward to it. And God bless him. He's tried to show me the ropes because I don't know about this stuff. You know what I mean, he's about 5 years, 6 years older than me, and he knows what's going on in tech-wise in terms of to do a podcast. And turns out I don't have a clue. He's like, download this, download that, put in this code, put in that code. And, I've jumped through all the hoops. And it was just about working. And then some other gremlin in the computer system did some kind of weird backflip and sprained his ankle. So I have to wait for that ankle to heal until he's going to call me back, and we'll hopefully get to the bottom of it and talk some interesting shit. But yeah, for the meantime, because I was in the zone. Do you know what I mean? I was in the mood to talk some shit. So I'm gonna talk to you, if you don't mind, for a little bit until this kicks in. I should probably go to bed. It's like, what is it? Oh God, it's 12 past bedtime in the UK, and I believe it's all kinds of times in America, right? Depends on where you live. From the east to the west, it's like you got a whole time zone thing going on there. We don't really have that here. Anyway, it's the 74th of November, 12 past 32. This is Dean Marioni coming to you live. Waiting for this fella, this friend of mine, to figure out the fucking whatever the fuck he needs to figure out. I don't know, man. I'm not a computer guy. I'm not one of those computer guys. I'm not one of those protest guys. I don't know if you saw that little recent video I put on about this annoying thing that everybody seems to say these days in protests. It's a common chant now. You'll notice it everywhere. When the people are united, they will never be defeated. It's annoying for two reasons. Firstly, there's a 70s punk song called When the People, I don't know what it's called, but it goes, when the people are united, they will never be divided. Perfect rhyme. It works. It's a good chant. It rhymes. And also, united is the opposite of divided. United is not the opposite of defeated. That's just some weird, I don't know who popularly forgot this or deliberately made it wrong and made everyone collectively forget. But it's not the people united will never be defeated. It's the people united will never be divided. And that's the way it's always been, and that's the way it still is. Anyway, we'll see what happens. I've got a couple of beers coming. I've hopefully got a couple of chicken burgers coming. And I've hopefully got this this fella who I can't remember if he said he lives in Japan or lived in Japan. I'm not as attentive as maybe I should be. I think he said that he lived in Japan. I believe currently he's back in America or California, wherever he's from. But it's going to be a good podcast. It's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting because he's a weird guy. Do you know what I mean? He's like me, and he's he's got a lot of weird questions and that. I've got a lot of weird questions, and hopefully we'll have some conclusive answers to share with one another, or at the very least, we can have a giggle. So I think it'll be fun. I'm just waiting for him to, like I said earlier, set the stuff up because I don't know how to do that. I don't know what you have to set up to do a podcast. I did a few podcasts when I was like 22, 23. I think I did about 9 episodes. But they were just like one-man like almost like Bill Burr style podcasts where it was just me talking at the computer for about 45 minutes. They weren't like, it wasn't a dialogue with somebody else. Oh, and I did a few with Ben Lowry, which, whatever. I don't want to comment on that right now, but yeah, hopefully this guy gets his ish together, and we can get it going. We've got a lot in common. We've got a lot to talk about. Numerology, the ups and downs of the Trumps and frowns, UK restore, international this, that, and the other, the dangers of the New World Order and how to possibly resist it, how to combat it, and not even combat necessarily the New World Order, but how to dig ourselves and our families out of it and do your own thing. I've got a lot on my head that I would like to talk to him about, and I get the impression he's got several stuff he wants to ask me about, so I'm looking forward to it. We met on Facebook. I can't remember how or why necessarily. I think it was possibly in the sort of the days when voluntarism and that type of freeman on the land libertarianism was taking root, possibly. Maybe it was the numerology. Maybe it was my music. I'll be completely honest. I don't mean to be rude. I can't remember under what umbrella I met this fella. But we've been friends recently. And it's kicking on. It's rocking on. So, as I say, looking forward to it. I've ordered some more beers. I was going to go to bed, but sleep is for the weak. So I've got a few more Budweisers coming, and I've got everything I need. The only thing we're lacking is this gentleman. I want him to come through with the whatever he's got to do. I don't know. He's got to install what he's got to install. But anyway, enough about that. Let's talk. Let's spill some beans. Anybody watching from the UK? It's getting quite exciting at the minute, politically. Especially when you watch the mainstream media. Because obviously, Labour and Conservative are totally finished. And everybody knows it. So true. So true. Labour and Conservative are totally not. It's a question of which party is going to be the new party. And God, we've not seen this for like many decades. So it's exciting. And even the mainstream are on board with this. But they think it's either the Greens or Reform. And they will at least acknowledge your party, which is the name of Jeremy Corbyn's party. They will acknowledge the existence of those fuckers, although they kind of know that it's not really got a chance. It's the Greens versus Reform. And they won't even admit, the largest, fastest growing party that Britain has ever seen. It's only been an official political party for 11 days now, headed by Rupert Lowe, Restore UK. The establishment are so terrified of the expansion of it. It's everything that the left think Nigel Farage is, you know? What do you say? I shared you to my Facebook feed. But boom! I don't know if that's a good thing. But I assume you mean well, and hopefully it's a good thing. Thank you very much. What was it saying? Restore Britain is literally everything that the left think reform are. Oh my God. Have I had my fucking thumb on the microphone all this time? Have you been able to hear me? I've just been absolutely like, say me like this again. Anyway, my fat hand is off the microphone now, so hopefully you can hear me better. But yeah, the UK woke, the UK left, the UK soft, the UK beta, the UK pussies, the UK dandelions. They think Nigel Farage is this like big scary guy who's gonna like deport illegal immigrants and restore tradition and all that kind of stuff. Is he fuck? Farage has been part of the fucking furniture for a very long time. He ain't gonna do shit. He's there. He is the left's current bogeyman. Depends where you come from. And that's kind of fun because once the wheels hit the runway and shit gets going, and people realize that Rupert Lowe is the real Nigel Farage, the guy that everybody thought Nigel Farage was, and is actually more popular for that reason. They're going to shit the bed. They're going to do a backflip and land in their own grave. And it's going to be, if nothing else, a good old chuckle. And I'm here for it. I'm fucking here for it, man. I'm sick of watching American politics be exciting. Since 2016, 2014, 15, whenever Trump started going at it, as a Brit myself, I was very excited. I was in a very odd way, I was like comedically emboldened just by the fact that Trump could do something. Back in the day when Trump was cool, when he, all that stuff, when like Hillary, my favorites, when Hillary would say in the debate, she said, "I'm just so glad that somebody with the temperament of Donald Trump is not running our country." And Trump went, "Because you'd be in jail." And the crowd went wild. And I remember thinking, fuck, I wish England was that fun. I wish we had something like that, you know what I mean? We had nothing like that. And when he was at the, whatever speech it was, rally, when Megyn Kelly got in front of the camera, just like one more example, and she goes, "Donald, you've called women you don't like pigs, dogs, whores," whatever she said, fat slobs. And he goes, "Only Rosie O'Donnell." I don't even hate Rosie O'Donnell. I don't hate women. I love women, actually. Probably more than a lot of people that I can tell you. But I just, that's the kind of comeback politicians need to be ready with. Don't start digging your own grave and apologizing for some shit you never even meant. Just, roll with the punches. Take the gag and actually provide the punchline. Amazing. amazing. And it seems like we've started to get a couple of politicianos. Wait, they're Italian. Whatever. UK politicians, some of them, are starting to fight back in that same way. And I'm loving it. I'm liking it. The left don't know what to do. And look, God bless the left. And I mean that. Look, the old school, the 90s left, the 80s left, certainly. And certainly the 70s left. Just sensible, hardworking people who want to look after the working class. It always been a noble cause, right? Against the upper echelons of the capitalist class, and it's always been it's been a great thing. It's been a great noble cause, but the world has changed. The world has changed very rapidly, and it a lot of people don't see it. A lot of people don't see it, even though it's to me quite obvious. But I'm one of those terminally online people. I'm like constantly inundated and checking out what's going on with the news and not just the news and the politics, but the way the culture swings, the way like young people think, and it's certainly swung the other way. The left, at least in the UK, has now become the side of the middle and middle upper class, kind of posh, kind of suburban sort of do-gooders, like wannabe hippies who sit in an office all day and paint their nails, pretending they're a Glastonbury, whereas the right wing is just like the chavs, like not just the chavs, but like people that the plumbers, the shopkeepers, the newspaper delivery boys, the milkmen, the working class. It's almost kind of turned on its head, and it's quite funny to see. Well, it's more than funny to see. It's astounding. It only becomes funny when they start protesting and all the rest of it. Hang on, I've got a message here. This might be the guy who might be about to do the podcast. But let me just leave you with this one quite quickly. I'm sure you've heard this before, but I've got to remind you of this because it's just such a wonderful thing. George Carlin said this semi-famously, obviously when he was alive, not after he died, but when he was alive, he said, individuals are the most beautiful people on the planet. You can see the entire universe in the eyes of an individual. Once human beings begin to form, they begin to clot, they begin to share the same armbands, share the same hats, carry the same protest signs, that's when they fall to shit. They become like an amoeba, like a big pool of bacteria, all after the same purpose, the same goal. They lose their individual identity, and they become this blob, this merge of this horrible, sticky shit. And that's what we want to avoid, right? We want people to remain as individuals, to become them, not to become, but to remain themselves. And the more they collectivize, the less interesting they are, the less pretty they are, the less any individual wants anything to do with them. Let's face it. Right, okay, doke. Well, hopefully, I've got some beers coming soon because that's what I paid for. So hopefully it'll arrive anytime soon. And I think I'm about to do this podcast with this fella, Mike Burke. That's his name. I just remembered it. He's called himself something Japanese on Facebook, so I couldn't remember what he called it because I don't read Japanese letters. But Mike Burke, I think is the fella's name. I hope he doesn't mind me saying that. So yeah, let me get on with that. And oh, you've been able to hear? She says. I hope so. Oh God, I think there was a while there where I put my hand under the fucking microphone, like the actual microphone on the phone. Ugh. Pain in the ass. Oh well. We all live, and hopefully we all learn. Okay. Thank you for tuning in and saying hello. I mean that. You know what I mean? Appreciate it. I like to be alone when I want to be alone, but when I don't want to be alone, I have to be able to connect with people.
Hello, Moto.
Can you hear that? That's my beer.